Good afternoon to you. I wanted to say hello and create this YouTube video. I've been trying to do it for a couple different times. It says first I'm low on memory, and second there were some configuration problems, so I have my fingers crossed and hope this will work. For last week for this class, I had you, which was the 10th, I had you submit a discussion board posting to the, on the written instruction to the discussion board, just indicating what your topic is. If you have not done that and haven't submitted one, please do that because, I want to approve your topic, want to make sure you're headed in the right direction. Because obviously, I don't want to read how to make scrambled eggs because, that one's too simplistic, but you certainly don't have to do anything as complicated as rebuilding an automatic transmission in a vehicle because that takes a high level of skill to do that. So, but I've had so many different topics. Like I just read one yesterday from a student, and it was like how to make this special Chinese food. And he said it's mostly eaten on holidays, but boy, really, really nice visuals and very, very well done. So anyhow, though, I just want to make sure that we are in agreement on the proposal for the written instructions. And I'll tell you what, no matter what you do, no matter if you work somewhere, if you own a business or whatnot, writing good, clear written instructions helps. I had a student that was an executive chef at a local restaurant, and so they standardized their recipes. So like one person making chicken or veal parmesan made it the same way as somebody else did. And even how the servers presented food and then also approach customers as far as considering coffee, dessert, and so on. He said it really made a difference because they suggested it twice or three times during the meal, but it was done strategically. And he said that their sales for those items went up about 40%. So to me, that was pretty significant. And so he did it on a, organized, concerted way. And, like I said, anytime that you can get customers to buy a little bit more at a restaurant, it really does help with the overall business. Okay, I also wanted to, remind you that the summary assignment was due. Most of those I received, a few I did not. So again, if you did not submit those, you certainly can. And then, as you can see, for this coming Friday, the July 17th, it says the resume assignment is due. And there's also a portfolio that is due. So with the, with a resume, you can post it into College Central. And then once they approve it, you can forward it to me. Now, if you have any configuration issues or whatever logging into College Central, you can call Career Services directly at 724-925-4058, and they will certainly assist you. Lots of times it's just a small error, and so they're available for that. And I also wanted to let you know, if you're here at Youngwood and you want to make an appointment with Career Services, to create a more updated resume, to create even like a paper portfolio with samples of your work, to do a mock interview or whatnot. Of course, they are available to help you. And certainly at WCCC, we have librarians here, reference librarians, and you can always call them on the phone at 724-925-4100. And so you can ask to speak to the reference librarian, and they're available. If you run into problems or if you have questions, like in the evenings or on the weekends, there's a website called www.askherepa.org. So it's a 24-hour reference librarian. And one summer in this technical communication class, I had a student ask me, do you know anything about philosophers? And I do not. I've never taken a philosophy class. I wish I would have, but I have not. So I've referred him to that site, and he was able to get some good information. And the reference librarian said there's a couple of really good books in Adams Memorial Library in your town of Latrobe. And of course, you can always go over to St. Vincent College, and they have a huge philosophy section. They have, magazines, books, and so much. So I just wanted to, suggest that to you. So anyhow, but obviously we're all here to assist you and help you in any way possible. So, so you have to, like I said, submit a resume, and Word has templates in it. And then also in the resume assignment, there's also Getting Started 2012, and they actually show you sample resumes from WCCC students. And then, of course, with the portfolio, with your in your, at least in my grade book, but I assume that would be with yours. In the left-hand side, there's a number there, and that would be your student ID.
If you take
And,
multiple medications, a dry mouth.
So anyhow, that's where you would get that one. So just the other point there that I wanted to to mention is, so with the portfolio, you can upload 3 documents. You have to create a profile first in College Central, and then you go through and go into the portfolio, click Standard Portfolio, upload 3 documents, and of course you can forward those documents to me. The portfolio I would like to get, by the end of the day, this Friday the 17th. The resume, I mean, even if it takes until Friday, July 31st, that's fine. I just want somebody else to take a look at your resume and, give you some input on it. And I mentioned this as well earlier in the week, but I'll mention this again. There was like that first letter, and it was on explaining to a student how to manipulate and use Blackboard, and also how to successfully complete an online course. So, that's your first letter. Second letter, you have 2 options. The first option is to write a memorandum from you, and you would be a faculty member, to Dr. Tuesday Stanley, and then she's the president of WCCC, and you would CC there's 2 people that I had listed. One was Pat McCullough, and one was Annette Boyer. So just to basically explain the need for an instructional technologist. Now, the other option you have is to write about a problem, intersection, area, road, or whatnot. And there are actually some samples and assignments. There was one in there, I believe it's still there, that it was of a bridge right off of Route 70 near the Madison exit of 70, and it was really, really decayed. So that's what that student did. So you can always use Google Maps, but some people actually take their own images. So whatever it is that you want, you're going to have to do like a picture to show what the current situation is and then what your changes are. So again, listen to this carefully. So for letter 2, which is due for the 20th, you do have 2 different options there. For Friday the 24th is your written instructions, and so I'll talk more about those on another day, but I just wanted to mention that. So, and then the consumer report is actually due by midnight on Friday, July 31st, and there's a discussion board just to review what you learned from writing the consumer report and all that, and so that is also due then. Grades have to be in, and I'm looking at the calendar here, right on that Monday of that next week. So Friday the 31st is the last day of the class, and then I have to turn in grades. And so I'm going to turn them around pretty quickly there, and I got to get those in. I can't dally. So what I'm telling you is you have to get that consumer report in on the 31st. So my computer is lagging here, so I better stop. But I just wanted to let you know what is up. Thanks.